Hey, welcome back to my channel, Dances in Límites. Today we have another interview with another great friend of mine. Her name is Tiffany Garvey, and she's gonna tell us some things about her disability. Welcome to the channel, Tiff. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So let's get started. So the first question I have for you, what is your disability / diagnosis?
Spina Bifida.
Can you explain? Well, I have explained to my viewers what is a spina bifida, but I have told them that they are different kinds and types. Can you explain more like what is your type? But because I understand that it's different than mine.
Yes, it's how do you say it again, Sophia? It's I can't remember how to say
Meningocele.
it. Melengocele. I'm not sure, like Spanish versus English. I'm still learning. But it's basically the lower part of the spine. It happens, and ever since I was first born, I've always known the hospital or surgeries. Yeah, and I've always had complications.
That's something that people with spina bifida have. Not only people my kind of my type of spina bifida, if your kind and other people that have the same disability. Do you deal with chronic pain?
A little bit, yes. I've had metal rods parallel in my back because they had to straighten it out when I was probably about 6 or 7, because it helped me like sit up prop straight.
Some type of scoliosis?
Yes.
Okay. So for people that don't know what it's scoliosis, it means that your spine goes like a snake.
Yes.
Like in a snake form. So it's basically that.
Yes.
So next question. Do you use mobility aids? If so, how do they help you?
I'm in a wheelchair, so that helps me get around on a daily, just like as if I were to have an able-bodied feet or legs to move around.
Yeah, they're like, I use wheelchair as well, so they are like our legs for people that as I said, people without disability, without a physical disability, they walk. We
Yes.
wheel. We wheel,
Yes.
or we just wheel.
Yes. Our, as I like to say it, our wheels are our feet.
Yeah, the wheels are our feet, correct. Have you always used your wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the struggles you face on a daily basis that are specifically related to your disability?
Accessibility with Certain travel. I think for me, especially if there's like stairs
Yeah.
and there's no elevator, I can't access
Yep.
it properly.
And if there's no ramps.
Yes. If there's no ramps.
That's why they are so important.
You and I talk about that all the time.
I know. That's why they are so important. What is a story that you could share about your disability or diagnosis?
I don't really have one. Joining Boundless Babe Society. I think I found closure.
Yeah.
I think I found unity, friendship, a family that I never thought I needed, and I did need. I think that was like the best part of it for me.
And we found each other.
Yeah, that too. And basically, we found best friends.
Yeah, basically. What is one thing you want people to know about your disability / diagnosis?
Not to be afraid of challenge and of change, but accepting who you are and be confident.
Yeah. Next question. What is one thing you wish you could change about your disability?
I think if I were to tell myself one thing from when I was younger, just to love myself for who I am and not focus on the negative of others. I need to be myself.
Great. Yeah, you don't. And I feel that you don't need to compare to others. Even though you have a common disability that it's the Spina Bifida, you have a different diagnosis.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Now, next question. What is a misconception people have of your disability?
Just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean I can't do things that other people can do.
Yeah,
I can do it just as well, I think.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest thing.
They're like, you can do everything. Just adapt everything to your necessities or what you can do.
Yes.
And 2 more questions. If you receive negativity about your disability in public, how do you deal with it?
I brush it off, or I go up to that person and I confront them and change their mind.
How do you feel society treats disabled people?
Unfairly. I think there needs to be more love and compassion and more caring in this world, if that makes any sense.
I know that I said 2 more questions, but I want to ask you one more question because I feel this next question goes with the previous question that I made. Why do you think it's important to raise awareness for people with or without disability?
To educate people on what it's actually like for us to challenge our disability.
Yeah, and I think we can add to this part, even though we have a disability, we are not different people. We can do the same things
Yes.
as other people,
Or
just in a different
or the
way.
misconception is, yes, or another misconception is like, just because we're disabled, we don't have the brain power or the capability to think for ourselves.
Yeah. One thing, if you let me say, that I hate about treatments that sometimes we get as people with disabilities is that if we are with other people, let's say family, friends, that they don't have a disability and they are with us, they ask things. Let's say we need to use the bathroom, or we want to change chairs. Let I asked for somebody asked for the bathroom and said, you want it for her, you need this for her. And I said like, and then I said something, I'm right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm right here. You don't need to ask him. I'm right here. I can speak. I can tell you what I need, and
yes.
Yeah. And one thing that I can relate it to is that one day I went, just quick story, I went to a restaurant, and we were waiting, my father, my grandmother, and we were waiting for a table, and the waiter just came to us, and she asked directly to my father, she's going to need she can move to another chair, or she needs to stay on her chair. And I said like, wait, I'm here. Like, I'm not invisible, I'm here. You know the answer. So I understand perfectly that's a misconception that most people have.
Go.
What's one thing people can learn and benefit from disabled people?
Not to be afraid to go up to them and ask what their situation is.
Exactly, and don't think they're invisible, because they're not.
Exactly, girl.
And finally, what are some tools or resources that society needs more to take our environment more accessible, to make our environment more accessible?
That was a hard one. That one's a hard one. I don't even know how to answer that one. What do you think?
Just start make ramps and places more available, but no, just making plans out of making, because of making.
Yeah.
Do
I think having the education and the tools, and the know-how too.
Yeah, do ramps like with the correct measurements, with the correct angle, because I have seen in my whole life, I have seen ramps that are like this.
Yes.
With this, I don't know how to say, with this inclination.
90-degree.
Yeah,
angle?
with this degree, or with this degree, almost like this, but like this. Like I said, how did they think that a person that uses a wheelchair and doesn't have anybody with her or him, and that time it's gonna do that ramp. It's gonna make that ramp.
Mhm.
or
Less incline and more level.
yeah, and not only for people in wheelchairs, for let's make it more available for people with that they can see, or people
Yeah.
that they can hear, or can't do, make the world available for everyone else, not just people in wheelchairs. Every disability is important, just not just people
Mhm.
with disability, but
We deserve to be. Here's another thing. We deserve to be treated like normal human beings, not some freak of nature.
yeah, because we are not aliens.
Exactly.
We are
We are
not
not
aliens.
aliens.
We are people like the neighbor, like your father, like your mother. We are people. Just because we have a disability doesn't mean that we are babies or.
I think another really good.
Go on.
There needs to be more representation, too.
Yeah.
And I think one of my favorite movies. If you've seen The Greatest Showman, you know exactly why it's one of my favorite movies. There's the part where they're in the ring and they're basically showing, they're dancing, but they're like showing each personality.
Yeah.
And each disability. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's exactly.
And that's a perfect representation.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we need to do as population, but as government, they have to provide like certain I forgot the word tools so that us can
Tools.
attitudes and tools so that every person with a disability, doesn't matter the kind, can be themselves.
Yes.
So I wanted to thank you, Jeff, for allowing me make this interview with you, and you know that I love you. I know that I told you this like 1,000 things, and like 1,000 times, I mean, but I feel like we have as people with disabilities, we have so much to say and so much I don't know how to say education to share with people about people with disabilities. You said.
Yeah.
So thank you and see you next time.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us for this video. It's been a great conversation with Tiff. Tiff, you want to say something before we finish today?
Nope. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, see you next time with another interview with another great friend. And we are continuing with this project week by week. So, thank you and see you next week. And if you like the video, please comment, share, like, and most important, subscribe.
Subscribe.